afternoon, everybody. This is Irene Weissman, immigration attorney. Today is Monday, February the 3rd, 2025. So, I'm going to shift gears a little bit. I'm going to go back to some substantive discussion today. Before I do that, just some positive news out there. One of my clients had a check-in this morning with ICE at 26 Federal Plaza. He does have an old order of removal. He does have various things pending at this time. We're working on things. A, there were no lines. B, he was in and out. Okay, went well. So happy to report on that. Also, there have been, people traveling with advanced paroles, people on DACA returning back on advanced paroles, people with TPS returning on advanced paroles. Went well, okay? I would still use caution. I would still do all those things I told you to do before. If you have a check-in with ICE, just know what you have pending, what's going on, maybe have copies of things with you to maximize the chances of this appointment going well, okay? Now, to shift gears a little bit, today I wanted to discuss something with you. I guess I'm gonna call this the subject green card renewal versus application for citizenship, because I see this subject a lot. And I mean, look, I'm an immigration attorney. I'm a U.S. citizen. I love this country. I would always recommend getting U.S. citizenship. Some people need to wait with citizenship for various reasons. I will give you an example of that. A very good example would be somebody who has received their green card as an asylee, okay, as a refugee or as an asylee, and they submitted a follow to join petition for, their either kids or a spouse, and that petition is pending, okay. If that person becomes a U.S. citizen, then that relative petition is no good, okay? Because for that they need to be spouse or children of an asylee or a refugee, and once that person becomes a U.S. citizen, they lose that status of an asylee or a refugee. So that would be one instance where we'd suggest to wait with naturalization. So that's one instance. Now let's talk about something else. When somebody is a green card holder and their green card is expiring, please understand that your status as a lawful permanent resident, that's not expiring. You're still a lawful permanent resident. The physical card expires, okay? But you're still a green card holder, okay? You're still a lawful permanent resident. So you can either submit an application to renew your green card if you wish to do so, or you can file, if you qualify, you can submit an application for citizenship, okay? Understand that your status as a green card holder does not expire just because that 10 years on that green card ends, okay? Now, the big mistake I often see that people do is when they have a 2-year green card, okay? So they were married to a U.S. citizen, they got their green card through that marriage was under 2 years, they received a conditional green card, right? A 2-year green card. And at the end of the 2 years, 90 days prior, you're supposed to file Form I-751, removal of conditions. What I often see people do is when they don't work with with a good lawyer, with a good immigration attorney, they submit a Form I-90, which is an application to renew green card. Okay, wrong form. You're conditional status is going to terminate. I have seen people end up in removal proceedings in those circumstances. I have gotten people out of removal proceedings in those circumstances, because the wrong form was filed, and it just led to a lot of different issues, not good issues. Okay, so when you have a 2-year green card, okay, instead of doing a green card renewal, you have to do Form I-751, petition to remove the conditions on your green card. Okay, so that's one big distinction. And while that is pending, and you've been married for 3 years, you're still together with your spouse, you are allowed to submit an application for citizenship. So that can certainly happen. Okay, and you're allowed to do that. We do this all the time. I do this all the time for my clients. Okay, they can't approve the citizenship application until they approve the 751, but they'll usually do a combined interview. Praying all files are there and everything. They'll do both interviews at the same time, and it will be good. Let's see, maybe tomorrow or in a few days I'll do a full segment on eligibility for citizenship and naturalization. It's probably more than one segment, but I'll do it separately. Today I just really wanted to discuss those distinctions of renewing your green card versus something else, and versus filing your application for citizenship, and what is proper in certain circumstances. What else? Understand when you submit an application to renew your green card. So some of my cases have been approved within days of filing. Submit an electronic filing, days of filing approved. Some, especially where they required biometrics, takes a year. Okay, it just takes a really long time. Okay, I don't know why. Okay, I just don't know why. It beats me, but that is in fact the case. Sometimes people just don't want to become U.S. citizens for one reason or another. Sometimes they're tied to their home country, and their home country does not allow dual citizenship. I see this often with citizens of Germany and India. Again, that's just something to consider. Eventually, it is possible, and people do that, but this is just one of those situations where you have to sit down and just think through, what's better for me, what do I want to do? Do I want to become a U.S. citizen, or do I want to renew my green card? Okay. Also, another situation I often see, people come to me with those really, really old green cards, like the green card I used to have, the one that does not have an expiration date. It's one of those plastic cards that it looks like it was laminated or something with your picture on the side. That's one of those. I used to have that green card, so it's still a valid green card. Okay, probably shouldn't travel with it because but you're still a green card holder. Okay, just understand that. Just because it's an old card, you're still a green card holder. What else did I want to talk about? Weigh your options before applying, before you renew your green card or applying for citizenship. Make sure you understand, the consequences, and obviously eligibility for citizenship, right? You need to be eligible for, to naturalize. So we need to separately discuss that, and separately assess that. Just understand, just because the card expires, your status doesn't expire, and that's really what I wanted to discuss today. Okay, have a good day, everybody. I will talk to you soon. And it was Irene Weisman, immigration attorney.